Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Astrozerk from YGG Gaming. In the bottom right hand corner, we have myself, Astrozerk, and in the top left hand corner, we have a barcode. This is a Master versus Diamond player. So it's Master Tier 3 versus Diamond Tier 1, so pretty close in matchup. So we have a ZVP, and we have the pylon at the bottom of the ramp, so this is going to look pretty interesting because this guy's going out to scout after one pylon. This probe is going to throw down a forge most likely, and there it is. So basically, if you're a Zerg player, you're probably not going to see this part. But this is like the standard thing. Most of the time, they'll throw down the pylon on the bottom of the ramp. They won't even bother putting anything up here. They'll just wall off this area and put a cannon behind it. So we have the probe here. The first tell you will see if let's see 1 second. The first tell. There we go. Alright, so the first tell that you're getting cannon rushed is if this probe tries to take a gas. And what'll happen is they're taking this, so you can't get roaches as quickly because they're about to wall off your main base. And so this is why I immediately go here. I see his probes there, so I head over here to keep him from completely walling me off. Because what'll happen, he's trying to get pylons in this area to wall, so I just hold position this drone. You pull almost all your drones. You cannot go easy on this. He gets there's the cancel, so then I'm just chilling here trying to kill this drone, probe I should say. Meanwhile, he sends down another probe to try to do this again. He's banking so many minerals because he has not built a single thing since this forge. That is the big problem. See, because what happens is when you don't see, he's still trying to do it, but it's not going to work because I already know what's coming. I've got this base down. He can't really pylon rush or cannon rush me anymore, so it's just completely failed for him. So he's going to expand. So this is a sign that I'm pretty sure this guy probably cannon rushes against Zerg every single time, considering he was not doing a single thing, and he was trying to make this work so badly, but I mean really it just didn't. And he's got this probe going around, and he's going to stop right here and probably cannon rush this spot. I mean, he's just now getting a gateway going, and it's 2 minutes 45 seconds in. He's got so many minerals. He really should have just been macroing up behind this, but instead he was focusing so much on getting the wall off here, getting he was just trying too much. I mean, he should have technically thrown a pylon down here, tried to cannon rush this spot. Like, you don't have to wall this off just to do that. Like, you can still do that. But yeah, if you're playing Zerg and you see, first of all, he's got this probe here blocking, that's not going to do much. He's focusing this down too, and he's not even going to get at 1 health. But yeah, if you're a Zerg player and you see this kind of thing where they take your gas, send a drone immediately to the ramp, wall off the middle. If you see that he is actually going to commit to that, pull your drones, take out the pylons. Don't just pull like 4 or 5 drones. You need to pull almost all of them to get rid of that, because if you don't get rid of it, then he's going to be able to start placing cannons. And drones don't do that much damage, so this cannon did go down, so he's going to rebuild it. The Zealot is here to defend. This cannon is here as well. His macro is really just so awful right now. He's just now getting the Cyber Core. Because of the fact that the Ling's harassed, he was able to slow down the process of the Protoss player, because of the fact that he was trying so hard to get like this cannon and save everything and all that, that now he's getting the Cyber Core. He's getting a 3rd gas, so he's going to have a lot of gas, probably going to go into airplay or something. I don't even really know. I mean, he has just so much gas. The 3rd base is going down. This probe is still there. He's going to cannon rush, obviously, because that's what he's best at doing. Obviously, the Zerg player can't see this. These Lings are going to attack here. The Cyber Core just now finishes, so there are no adepts to really do anything in this situation, which you kind of want, because adepts are really good against Zerglings. This probe is going to wall off the ramp. Briefly, everything gets unpowered here, that was a big Artos, this pylon. So that's gonna just take everything out. this pylon, it's finally going to go back down. You can just see how much mineral and gas he's floating on compared to the amount that he's actually spending. Like, he's just now getting a second gateway, 5 minutes in. Third base is going down. These lings are here chilling. These guys did so much, like, they didn't kill much stuff, but they did a lot more damage by keeping him from doing any macro at all. He cancels this gateway, like, I'm not sure what he's doing. He canceled that second gateway. He's just sitting here doing nothing. I'm not entirely sure where his thought process is in this. This is going to get shut down. He leaves that at 4 health. But this gets shut down. He was going to try to cannon rush this base, but I mean, there's no point trying to cannon rush somebody that already has Zerglings. Like, you're not going to get anywhere with that. Meanwhile, yeah, he just GG's out because he's like so far behind. So what I'm thinking is this guy's probably a cheesy person. He doesn't necessarily know. I mean, there are pro players that don't know how to macro. No Regrets an example. Love his play, love his builds, but he doesn't know how to macro well. So this is kind of an example of like not knowing exactly how to macro out of a situation where you actually can't get by with what you've tried to do so many times. So it was just a pretty simple game showing you what not to do if you're going to cannon rush a Zerg player, and what to do if you are getting cannon rushed by a Protoss player, especially if they try to wall off your ramp. It's getting a little more common now where they decide to take the route of walling off this ramp and then going for this, instead of, or sorry, even just cannon rushing this area instead of simply going back here, because back here you only are taking out the second, whereas here you're keeping them from their second, while you cannon rush the bottom where you're able to shoot up, and it just takes longer and you have to get roaches and all that. That's the whole point of the gas steal. But that was a pretty interesting game, I thought, when I was playing it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought. And there's also a part 2 to this. Where I played the same guy, and that happened right after this one. So check that out. It's pretty much the same thing, but a little bit cooler. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.